Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your amateur YouTuber as always, Joshua. So after about 3 attempts, my wife finally passed her learner's driver's license. Not funny, but I'll tell you all about the process of getting your learner's driver's license in Canada right after I make a cup of coffee. So the learner's driver's license is your first stage of becoming a fully licensed driver in Canada. So there are actually 3 stages in the entire process. Stage 1, of course, is the learner's driver's license. Stage 2 is the probationary license. And stage 3 is the full license. Now, depending on the province, they might call that different names. In Alberta, for example, the driver's license is called a Class 7 driver's license. The probationary license is called a GDL Class 5 license. And the full license is called a non-GDL full license. So to be eligible for the learner's driver's test, you must be 14 years and above. And if you're below the age of 18, you must get a parental or guardian consent. And you must also pass the knowledge test and the vision test. So the learner's license allows you to drive a Class 5 or Class 6 vehicle, as long as you have someone above the age of 18 with a full license in the car. And if you're good at driving a moped, you can drive that all by yourself if you're into those. So the first step is study the driver's guide. Now these are available online for free depending on the province where you live. Most of the questions in the knowledge test will come from the study guide. Now not all of them, at least that's what my wife said, but I'll put a link below to a material that she used that she said it was pretty helpful. Step 2, take the knowledge test. In order to take the knowledge test, you have to find the nearest registry office around you that does the knowledge test. So just go online, go on the internet and type for the nearest registry office around you and walk up there. You don't have to call ahead or make an appointment in order to take the knowledge test. You must also bring acceptable ID to prove who you are, where you live, and if you are legally allowed to be in Canada. So for proof of identity, they will need your passport or your permanent resident card. For proof of resident document, they will need your utility bill, anything really, acceptable documents showing your home address. Now for proof of valid status in Canada, you would need any of the documents that I'll put right here, but usually involves your passport, your permanent residency card, your birth certificate, a nexus card, a refugee claimant document, confirmation letter, quite a couple of them. I'll just put them right here for you. So the exam itself doesn't have any time limit, but make sure you're at the venue at least 2 to 1 hour before they close. You don't want people waiting for you to finish the exam. So there are 30 multiple choice questions for the exam. You need a score of 25 to pass. Now, if you fail more than 5 questions, the exam automatically ends. And if you score more than 25 questions, the exam automatically ends also. But at least in that case, you've passed the exams. Also note that the tests are done on a computer. It's not a paper-based exam. The exam is also done in the following languages. I'll just put the list here and put the list over here too as well. And it costs you $17 to take the exam, excluding tax and GST, HST, whatever they use in the province where you're going to take the exam. Now if you fail the exam, just like my wife did, she passed the exam on the 3rd attempt, you're allowed to write 1 exam per day. So you can choose to write it any other day really, as long as you have $17 and you have the time to write that exam. So I'm going to give you a free tip. Take your time to read the questions, and if you're not sure of the answer, skip the question and come back to it again after you've gone through all the remaining questions. Now assuming you pass the knowledge test, the next step, step 3, is taking the vision test. Now they're going to make you close one eye and make you read a bunch of letters. Then do the same for the other eye. If you pass that, congratulations, you're eligible to pay for your license. So the final step, step 4, after you've passed the vision test, is paying for the license. So the license is going to set you back $93 for a 5-year license. So after paying your $93, you'll be given a temporary paper license that is valid for about 30-40 days while you wait for your mail license to arrive your mailbox. This usually takes around 1 to 3 weeks. If you don't receive your license before then, call the number they have on the interim license to get updates. Now if you've done all that, congratulations, you have your learner's driver's license. But not so fast. There are some few restrictions, of course, that you should be aware of. 1. You cannot drive between the hours of 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Too bad. No midnight drinking. 2. You must have 0% of alcohol in your body at all times. 3. You're allowed 8 demerit points. Too bad again. 4. You cannot drive with more people than there are seat belts in the car. So if you have 4 seat belts in the car, you must carry 4 people only. And finally, you must hold your learner's driver's license for at least 1 year, and you must have more than 60 hours of driving experience before you can move to Stage 2, which is the probationary driver's license, or in Alberta called the graduated driver's license, Class 5. As always guys, if you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye guys.